Hey guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another ASMR video. I am trying to do a video a week. I did used to do videos twice a week, but with everything going on, it was just burning me out to the point where I wasn't doing any videos, and now I'm getting back into a routine. So hello, if you're new, please feel free to like and subscribe. Today's video, normally I have a true crime suggestion list that I'm working through, which I still have. So if you've got any comments that you would like, not comments, you can leave a comments, but if you've got any suggestions that you'd like me to cover, then please do leave them down in the comments below, and I shall add them to the list, and I shall start getting back into a bit of a routine when it comes to the cases. But I wanted to do something that was a little bit different. That's kind of been in the news recently that's caught my interest. Now, I don't know much about this case, so all this information is going to be new to me. We're going to be looking at an ABC News article about Grant Hardin. So, let's get into this. So, Grant has been described as a sociopath and evil by those who have encountered him. But now Grant Hardin, the former police chief of a small Arkansas town, who was imprisoned for murder and rape, is subject of a massive manhunt since escaping from a correctional facility this week. This was May 28th. This article was published, so fairly recent. So Hardin, 56, who was briefly police chief in the town of Gateway near the Arkansas-Missouri border, simply walked out of a guarded gate at the North Central Unit in Calico Rock. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. On Sunday afternoon, according to a probable cause. I don't know what that. Anyway, they're charging him with second-degree escape. Hardin was dressed as a law enforcement officer, pushing a loading cart in surveillance video that captured him absconding from the prison. Inmate Hardin impersonated a corrections officer in dress and manner, causing the corrections officer operating the gate to open the gate and allow the inmate Hardin to walk away from the North Central Unit. According to the affidavit filed on Tuesday in Izard County Court. As police continue to scour the Ozarks Mountains for the fugitive, here is a timeline of the violent crimes that got him sentenced to 80 years in prison, and the brazen escape that has prompted national headlines, and not just national headlines, global headlines as well. So, on February 23rd, 2017, James Appleton, a 59-year-old water department worker for the city of Garfield, Arkansas in Benton County, is shot in the head and killed by Hardin. Prosecutors said Appleton's body was moved to a car where investigators found him. In October 2017, Hardin pleads guilty to murder after the fatal shooting of Appleton. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison. The former police chief never revealed a motive for killing Appleton. Following Hardin's escape, former Benton County Arkansas. Prosecutor Nathan Smith, who helped to put Hardin in prison, told ABC News affiliate stations KHPS in Fati, I can't pronounce that word, sorry, Arkansas, in Arkansas, that Hardin is a sociopath. Smith added, he's extremely dangerous. He's already proven that he has no moral core or centre. Amid the ongoing search for Hardin, Appleton's sister Cheryl Tillman, now the mayor of Gateway, describes Hardin in an interview with KHPS as an evil man. On February 8th, 2019, while serving his sentence for killing Appleton, Hardin pleads guilty to the 1997 rape of an elementary school teacher in her classroom in Rogers, Arkansas. Authorities said that Rogers Police Department linked Hardin to the rape by matching DNA found at the crime scene to a DNA sample Hardin submitted upon entering prison. He was sentenced to an additional 50 years. In May 2023, HBO Max releases the real crime documentary Devil in the Ozarks that detailed the rape of the Rogers schoolteacher and 2-decade investigation to bring the perpetrator to justice. May 25th, 2025, Arkansas Department of Corrections official announced that Hardin escaped from the North Central Unit prison while posing as a corrections officer. The surveillance video recorded Hardin at 2:50 p.m. local time pushing a loading cart and wearing what authorities initially described as the type of dark-coloured uniform worn by Arkansas Department of Corrections ADC officers. He was waved through the sally port from which he escaped by a corrections officer, authorities said. Authorities said they now believe Hardin was not wearing an official uniform from the Department of Corrections, and he had to have been homemade or brought in somehow. Oh my god. Now, I've had so many disruptions trying to make this video. I'm hoping you guys won't notice because I keep stopping and starting the recording. But first, oh my god, there was kids playing outside, being really loud, and you know, it's a nice evening, kids should play, but oh my word, they were being so loud and noisy. They're not even that close by. Really, I'm not trying to ruin kids' joy or anything, but it was very annoying for trying to record an ASMR video where I'm trying to give an element of calm and relaxation, and I'm having screaming and too much joy for the video. And then my stepdad is running up and down the stairs, and I'm like, dude, I'm trying to record a video. This is why I normally record videos when everyone's asleep and there's like minimal distractions, but I am leaving everything to the last minute to record a video for you guys, and I've got no choice. I need to record this video now, but I'm like, sorry, not that you guys know about the distractions, but I want to let you know about the distractions I'm facing, so I do apologise. Has nothing to do with the video, but I am sorry. It's just bugging me. But anyway, we are going to get back into the video. Anyway, so moving on to May 26th, US Marshals Eastern Arkansas's Fugitive Task Force announces it is assisting the Ozarks County Sheriff's Office in the search for Hardin, as officers from multiple law enforcement agencies searched the North Central Unit facility looking for the fugitive. Officers are seen by an ABC News crew stopping and searching vehicles and going door to door in communities around the prison. At this point, an active search remains in effect involving a number of law enforcement agencies. From across the state, an ADC spokesman said, on May 28th, 2025, the search for Hardin continues during a during a news conference. Officials said they are confident that he's still in the area of the North Central Unit prison. And then, so from another article by the BBC on June 6th, 2025, that was then updated June 7th, 2025. A former Arkansas police chief convicted of rape and murder has been caught by authorities nearly 2 weeks after he escaped from prison. Grant Hardin was captured only 1.5 miles or 2.5 kilometres from the prison. He tried to run from officers but was quickly tackled to the ground, a spokesman for the Arkansas prison system said. His identity was confirmed by fingerprint analysis after he was apprehended, according to the Ozarks County Sheriff's Office in northern Arkansas. Hardin escaped from prison on the 25th of May by wearing a makeshift outfit designed to mimic law enforcement. According to officials, he is serving a 30-year prison term for the murder of 30-year-old prison term for murder and a 50-year term for rape. Officials say he was taken into custody at around 15:45 local time on Friday. We sincerely appreciate the continued support of the community for all law enforcement and Department of Corrections personnel involved in this operation, the Sheriff's Office said in a statement. Officers encountered Hardin after tracking dogs picked up his scent near the Moccasin Creek. Near Moccasin, is that correct? I apologise. If you've watched this my channel for a long time, you know I butcher words all the time, so I do apologise. According to the Arkansas Department of Corrections, he had been on the run for a week and a half and probably didn't have any energy left in him, Rand Chapman said. The Governor of Arkansas, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, said the residents can breathe a sense of relief now that he's been caught. She went on to thank federal law enforcement officials that aided in the search and thanked the Department of Homeland Security for sending border patrol agents. The former police chief of Gateway, Arkansas, had been nicknamed the Devil in the Ozarks following his convictions. Hardin pleaded guilty to the first-degree murder after fatally shooting 59-year-old James Appleton in 2017. He was given a 30-year prison sentence. Mr. Appleton worked in the city's water department, where he was shot and killed while speaking to his brother-in-law. Then Gateway Mayor Andrew Tillman on 23rd of February 2017. While serving time for Mr. Appleton's murder, DNA evidence emerged linking him to the unsolved rape of a 27-year-old teacher at Frank Tillery Elementary School in Rogers, Arkansas in November 1997. He pleaded guilty and received a sentence of 50 years. Before becoming Gateway's police chief, Hardin served as an officer at the Eureka Springs Police Department. His arrest comes one day after an elite Border Patrol unit was sent in to search the mountain arrest terrain known for its extensive cave system. The Border Patrol tactical team were deployed from the Texas border from the agency said. In a statement, Chief Patrol Agent Gloria Chavez said the team's unique capabilities and training are well suited for the demands of this critical mission. So, there we go. I hope you guys managed to find this video to be relaxing and interesting. It caught my attention because it's not every day there's a manhunt that's going on, or there probably is, I'm sure there is, but you know what I mean, it's a very unique case. This guy is clearly messed up to the point where he shot someone, but we still don't know why he did it, what the motives were. It's all a little bit bizarre, but it's also great that he was also held to account for the rape of that teacher. After such a long time of decades of not having any closure, to have that closure for that, it's great that he's been, they're trying to sentence him and get him to pay for his crime, but clearly he has other ideas about serving time, and it is true what I've seen on articles that his police training has probably helping him escape and being on the run, and he's probably got some insider information from his experience to manage to get away, but luckily he was still caught, but adds a little extra drama to this case. But it was amazing that the police were able to find him and track him down, and he's back in prison and serving his time, but I'm sure they will be keeping a very, very, very close eye on him, I'm sure. Anyway, I hope you found this video to be interesting. I know I've already said that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye guys.